Hello students, today we are going to study and explore a new chapter from your textbook Supplementary Reader, Footprints Without Feet. The name of the story is The Midnight Visitor, written by Robert Arthur. Robert J. Arthur is the author of this story. Let's first of all talk about introduction of the story. Osable, a great secret agent, is expecting a very important report. Another secret agent, Max, threatens him with a pistol, demanding the report. Does Osable outwit him? The story is about a secret agent. Osable, who has spent an evening with a writer named Fowler, who had expected that as he would be meeting a secret agent, he would be looking into a lot of adventure. But instead, he rather gets bored when he meets Osable, as the things that happened were exactly the opposite of what he had imagined. How Osable gets rid of the unexpected guest proves his expertise as a secret agent. Now we have an outline of the author, Robert J. Arthur, who was born November 10, 1909 and died on May 2nd, 1969. He was a writer of speculative fiction. He was a writer of speculative fiction known for his work with the Mysterious Traveler radio series and for writing The Three Investigators, a series of young adult novels. Arthur was honored twice by the Mystery Writers of America with an Edgar Award for the Best Radio Drama. He also wrote scripts for television such as The Twilight Zone and Alfred Hitchcock's TV show. Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Now let's listen to the summary of the story. The story is about a witty secret agent named Osable. He was with a writer named Fowler. Throughout the evening, as Fowler was interested in spending time with a secret agent, but when he spends time with Osable, he realizes that he is exactly the opposite of what he had imagined and that he was a bore. He was a bore. Osable then told Fowler that he had been thinking wrong and that soon he would be looking at a report that would change the country's future. Then Osable takes Fowler to his room, and when they entered the room, a guy with a gun named Max was standing in the room. He asked them to be comfortable until the reports about the missiles arrived in 30 minutes, as he was there to steal the reports. This was the first adventure out of many that Fowler had expected when he had thought of meeting a secret agent. While they were talking, Osable started with a story about how a guy had entered from the balcony last month below his room. While this talk was going on, a sudden knock was heard at the door. Osable said that it must be the police, as he wanted them to check on him after some time because he wanted to make the reports that were coming in extra secure. Max, pointing his gun towards them, said that he would be waiting in the balcony and that Osable should send away the police, otherwise he would shoot them and even take the risk of being caught by the police. As the doorknob is turned, Max jumps out of the window and a loud scream is heard. The door opens and a waiter comes in and says that he has bought the wine that Mr. Sable had ordered. He keeps the bottle, tray, and glasses on the table and leaves. Fowler is surprised and asks him about the police, to which Sable replied that there was no police. The Fowler asks what about the person who was waiting in the balcony outside the window, to which Sable replied that the person would not return and that there was no balcony. There was no balcony there. This shows that this shows the quick wit of Possible as he took advantage of the situation and made Max nervous, due to which he jumped out of the window without thinking and looking down. He had jumped from the top floor of the hotel and would have possibly died. This is how Possible outwitted Max and saved himself from a very dangerous situation. Now let's talk further about the explanation of the chapter story. We come across a few new words. Musty. Musty is a word that means having a stale, moldy or damp smell. Gloomy, dark or poorly lit. Scarcely, only just, almost not. Accent, that is a distinctive way of pronouncing a language. Espionage means espionage means spying, and vision means imagine as a future possibility. Sloppy means carelessly dressed. Chuckled means laughed quietly. Disillusioned means disappointed in someone or something that one discovers to be less good than one had believed. Now let's understand the chapter further. Fowler felt that Possible did not look like a Fowler felt that Possible did not look like a secret agent at all. He was following Possible to his room through a smelly and bit as scary corridor. His room was on the top floor, which was the sixth floor of the hotel. Possible was a very fat man and his accent was American, although he had been living in Paris for the last 20 years and could speak a bit of French and German. Then Possible tells Fowler that although he was told he was going to meet a secret agent, a spy agent who had been dealing with danger, crime scenes and drugs, but Fowler was disappointed. He had to spend the evening in a music hall with an old, poorly dressed, extremely fat man who used traditional methods for making the information travel rather than beauties delivering to him. He then exclaimed that Fowler was bored with him. As soon as he opened the door of his room, Possible gave way to Fowler. He entered the room, closed the door, and turned on the light. Possible told Fowler that he had been thinking all wrong and the best part was yet to come, as they would soon be coming across a pager. Sorry. Oswald told Fowler that he had been thinking all wrong, and the best part was yet to come, as they would soon be coming across a paper for which a lot of men and women had risked their lives, and that report was very important. After saying this, Oswald closed the door behind him and turned on the light. As soon as the light was turned on, Fowler experienced his first thrill of visiting a secret agent as he saw a man with an automatic pistol standing across the room. Oswald recognized the man as Max and asked him what was he doing in his room when he was supposed to be in Berlin. Max was thin, a bit short, and his face looked a bit like that of a fox. He seemed harmless except the gun he was holding. Max said that he wanted the report about the missiles for which Oswald had been waiting, as he thought that he would be able to keep it more safely. This is said to create humor, as he just wanted the reports for his own benefit. Oswald sat down on a chair and started speaking that he would definitely have a fight with the management of the hotel, as this was the second time that someone had climbed up from the balcony of the room. The Fowler looked towards the window and saw that it was an ordinary window and that it was pretty much dark outside. Max said that he came through the master key. Max said that he came through the master key and did not know about the balcony. Had he known about it, his work would have become much easier. Os- Oswald continued. Oswald continued that it was not the balcony through which people had tried coming in, but it was of the next apartment. His then he then started explaining things to Fowler, that his room used to be a part of large unit and the room next to his room used to be a living room. Then he said that it had the balcony that came till the window of his room. Then he said that it had the balcony that came till the window of his room. Then he said that to climb up to his room, one needed to go through the empty room, which was two rooms away from his room, and climb up the balcony. Then he said that somebody did climb up the balcony last month as well. He also told Fowler that management had told him that they would surely get it blocked, but they still hadn't done so. Max looked at Fowler, who was standing near Oswald. Max asked Fowler to sit down, as there was still half an hour for the report to reach Oswald. Oswald joked that it was not 30 minutes but 31 minutes that were left for the report to reach them. The report was supposed to come on. The report was supposed to come in around 12:30 at night. Oswald said that he wished. Oswald said that he wished he had known how Max had come to know about the report coming in. Max smiled wickedly and said that he also wished to know how Oswald and his team had got the report. He added that nothing had happened to report because he would take it from Oswald straight to his team. Then suddenly a knock is heard on the door and Max panics. Fowler is also scared by the knock on the door. Osable replied to Max's questions about who was on the door. That it must be police because he had asked them to check in because he had asked them to check on him after some time. Osable replied to Max's question about who was on the door that it must be the police because he had asked them to check on him after some time, as he thought that the report he has that the report he was about to receive was important and definitely required extra attention. He had asked the police to check on him after every some time to ensure that everything was alright. Max became nervous about the situation as the knocking continued and Osable asked him what would he do next. Osable added that the door was unlocked and if he did not let him open the door, the police would enter anyway and would definitely shoot if they saw him with a gun. Max was angered by the situation and ran quickly. The knocking on the door grew louder and someone from outside called for Mr. Osable twice. Max was sitting on the window sill and was facing inside so that his gun would still be pointed towards Mr. Osable and Fowler. Max then held the window sill and sat at the sill with both legs outside. The door knob turned and Max thought that the police would be coming in, so he jumped from the sill to fall on the balcony. And when he fell, a loud and shrill scream was heard. When the door opened, when the door opened, a waiter stood at the door with a tray, a bottle of wine and two glasses. He came in and kept everything on the table and said that it was the bottle that Osable had ordered for. He opened the cork of the bottle skillfully and laughed. Fowler did not understand what had happened and stammered that where was the police, to which Osable replied that there was no police and that he knew that it was Henry, the waiter, and he was expecting him only. Then again Osable asked about the man outside the window, to which Osable replied that he would never come back as there was no balcony and that Max had fallen on the ground from the top floor of the building.